Hi, welcome to DiscoveryTime Anytime. My name is Miss Katie, and this story time is brought to you by the Phoenix Public Library. And first things first, today we're going to be talking about polar bears. But before we do that, we're going to do our hello song. So let's get our hello hands ready. Grown-ups too. Are you ready? Okay. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Welcome to Discovery Time. Grown-ups, our early learning message of the week is when we give children chances to explore new things, it helps them learn their science skills. Science skills help with problem solving, math, and learning new vocabulary. Our book today is Nanook the Ice Bear. It was written and illustrated by Janine Winter, and it's published by Beach Lane Books, which is an imprint of Simon & Schuster, and it's read today with their permission. So, Nanook the Ice Bear. At the top of the world, snow falls and falls. Layers of snow freeze into icy glaciers that cover the bare mountains and slowly slide down to the sea. The top of the sea freezes too. Nanook the Ice Bear lives in this quiet, white world. She hunts for food on the sea ice and in the cold waters. Great chunks of the glacier break away and become icebergs that float out to sea. Nanook is hungry. She sees seals in the faraway distance. She swims closer and looks. But the seals slide down into the water and escape. Nanook sees another ice bear and swims towards him. She climbs up high to his perch, and the two bears dance a dance of courtship. Later, they swim back to the sea ice to hunt through air holes seals have made in the ice to breathe. The days grow shorter, and the two bears sleep in the snow, warmed by their fur and each other. When the long night of winter begins, Nanook digs alone through the ice and snow to make her winter den. She climbs down deep to the cozy underground hideaway and waits for her cubs to be born. Above, in the dark, ice bears and snow foxes hunt for food. And below, Nanook welcomes two tiny cubs into her ice world. She nurses her cubs and watches them grow all through the dark Arctic winter. When the sunlight returns, her cubs are ready for the world. Nanook guides them up to the light to discover the ice and snow and sunshine. She teaches her cubs to hunt and to swim and to fish. After 2 or 3 summers have passed, the cubs are ready to go off on their own. Nanook watches them leave. Then she returns to her solitary life. But the quiet white world is changing. The ice is melting. The sea is rising. Soon there will be no place to hunt. Nanook sleeps. She dreams of snow, falling and falling, and freezing into ice that slides down to the sea. So once again she can hunt and raise new cubs at the top of the world. The end. Did you like that book? Yeah, I really like that book. I love polar bears. One really great way to expand your child's skill of observation is by stopping when you're reading books to expand on any topic that your child might show extra interest in, or by going over vocabulary words that they might feel unfamiliar with. So we're going to talk about a few vocabulary words that were in our book that your child might not be familiar with. The first is glaciers. Glaciers are large, moving bodies of ice that are constantly melting and refreezing, and whenever it snows, it adds to it. So glaciers are like a giant frozen river. Our next vocabulary word is seals. So seals are a marine mammal. They live on land, they live on sea ice, but they also swim in the ocean. They eat fish. And the two types of seals that polar bears hunt are ringed seals and bearded seals. There's other types of seals that live all over the world, but those are the two that live in the Arctic. The third vocabulary word was courtship. Courtship is the process of how two polar bears fall in love to start a family. And the last one was winter den. Winter den is what a pregnant polar bear mama does. When she's pregnant with her cubs, she will dig a den in the ice and snow, and she will crawl in and she will close herself in. And for the next 4 to 8 months, she will not eat or drink anything. She will give birth to her babies, and she will raise them for 4 months until they are ready to go out onto the sea ice. So polar bear mamas can stay in their dens for 4 to 8 months without eating or drinking anything, which makes them super mamas. All other polar bears stay out on the sea ice during the winter, and polar bears do not hibernate. Hibernate is what other types of bears do. They will go into a den and they will sleep for up to 4 months during the winter so they can avoid the cold. But polar bears like the cold, so they do not hibernate. So, now that we've learned a little bit about polar bears, should we learn some more cool things about polar bears? Yeah. So here are some fun facts about polar bears. Polar bears live north of the Arctic Circle, and penguins only live in the southern hemisphere. So polar bears and penguins are not friends, and they do not live together in the wild, despite what you may have seen in books. Polar bears are the only bear classified as a marine mammal because they live on sea ice and they hunt in the ocean. Polar bears eat fish and seals, but only 2% of their seal hunts are successful. Polar bears can be up to 9 feet tall and weigh 1,700 pounds. Female polar bears are about half that size. Polar bears have amazing noses. They can smell up to 2 miles away. Polar bears are amazing athletes. Polar bears can swim up to 6 miles an hour, and they can swim for long distances. Now you might be thinking, Miss Katie, 6 miles an hour isn't very fast. Well, maybe not to a car or an airplane, but did you know that Michael Phelps, who is the greatest Olympian swimmer of all time, his top speed is 6 miles an hour. So you could say Michael Phelps is as fast as a polar bear. Or you could say that the polar bear is as fast as an Olympic gold medalist. Also, polar bears can run really far distances, and they can run up to 25 miles an hour. So the fastest human sprinter is Usain Bolt, and his top speed was 27 miles per hour. So polar bears are as fast as Olympic sprinters, and they are as fast as Olympic swimmers. So polar bears are pretty amazing, huh? Polar bears take baths by rolling in the snow. It helps clean their fur. And polar bears are actually black. They're not white. But Miss Katie, they look white. I know. Polar bears have black skin, and then their fur is actually hollow and clear, but it reflects sunlight, so it looks white to our eyes. So now you know what color polar bears are. And now that we know what color polar bears are, we're going to go ahead and paint a polar bear. So for our craft activity today, you are going to need black construction paper, cotton balls, some white tempera paint, And when you're done, we will have a beautiful polar bear. So let's make a polar bear. So I've got my little easel here. So we will take our paint, and what you're going to do is you're going to take your cotton ball, and you're going to dip it in the paint, and you're going to use that as your brush, and you're going to dab the paint onto the paper. Are you ready? Let's do it. So how does that look? Oh, it looks pretty good. And then once your polar bear is dry, you can use your black marker to draw on the eyes, nose, and mouth. And here is a final product that I made. Looks great, huh? So you can make your own polar bear painting at home with cotton balls and paint. Our last early learning activity today is our ABCs. Kids who know their ABCs are much quicker to become amazing readers because they know their letters, and it's easier to put those letters together with the written letter once they start reading. So as we sing our ABCs, we're going to go really slowly through L, M, N, O, P, so we can really identify each one of those letters. Okay? Okay, let's sing our ABCs together. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Good job! Our e-resource of the week is Hoopla. Hoopla is accessible through our website, phoenixpubliclibrary.org. You can click on our e-library, and the link is in our e-book page. Hoopla is a database that we subscribe to, and you get 12 checkouts per month using your library card. Everything on Hoopla is always accessible, and there are no hold lines or waits. Everything can be checked out the moment you find it. I searched for polar bears, and I selected children's titles only, and it only gave me 910 results of books, comic books, movies, all sorts of cool stuff. So definitely check out Hoopla with your library card through our website, phoenixpubliclibrary.org. Grown-ups, remember our early learning message of the week is when we give children chances to explore new things, it helps them learn their science skills. Science skills help with problem solving, math, and learning new vocabulary. It is time for us to say goodbye. So let's get those goodbye hands ready. Are you ready? Okay. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Thanks for coming to Discovery Time Anytime today. I hope you had fun learning about polar bears. I'll see you next time. Bye.